What if I told you that by watching this video, you would save hours writing and perfecting an ATS-optimized resume? Writing a resume is the most boring and time-consuming part of the job search process, but thanks to AI tools like Google Gemini and ChatGPT, you don't even have to do this on your own. But you need to know what to tell the AI, otherwise you're gonna get a bad resume that looks like this. So in this video, I'm gonna give you the best AI prompts that you can use to write a resume from scratch, to update your resume, or to improve any of the bullets on your resume. And stay to the end because I also provided bonus AI prompts that you can use to help yourself if you're in tricky or unique situations, like if you're trying to get a job after taking a break. Now, to make this video, I've done hours of research, watching other videos, reading blogs and news articles, and even doing some trainings on how to optimize AI prompts for ChatGPT and Google Gemini so you can maximize their potential. Now, as I record the video today, keep in mind if you watch this in the future, these LLMs may have actually improved over time and you may not need to do the same level of prompting. Now, if you don't care about the AI prompting techniques and methodologies that we're using in order to maximize ChatGPT and Google Gemini, you can skip ahead to the next timestamp. But according to all of my research, there's 4 elements that you must include in all of your AI prompts if you want to get the best results. Number 1, you need to tell the AI what kind of expert you want it to be. So in our case, we're going to tell it that it's a professional resume writer and recruiter. Second, you need to tell it what kind of format or output you would want for your resume. So in our case, we're going to tell them that we want a 1-page resume with bullets for accomplishments. Now, if you have more than 10 years of experience, tell the AI that you want a 2-page resume. Third, you need to give it helpful data in order for it to reference and build its information on. So in our case, we're going to find the perfect job description. And fourth, once it gives you the initial output or the first draft of the resume, you then need to ask the AI what you're missing or if there's anything that you didn't think of. So for example, you can tell it to ask me questions to help refine my summary to stand out amongst other applicants. Now, while doing my research in order to find the best AI prompts, no one on the internet right now is talking about the most important part of this entire process, and that is choosing the right job description. This is the most important step because the AI is going to be referencing this job description and using all of the information in it in order to update and provide the best resume for you. So if you give it a bad job description or one that's incomplete or doesn't have enough keywords in it, you're actually hurting yourself when you're applying for jobs. So first, let me show you how to find a good job description and a bad job description so you can tell the difference and know which one is the best to reference with your AI. So first, let me show you what a bad job description would look like. So you can see here, it's really short and there's almost no description of what you're going to be doing and what types of qualifications and skills that they are looking for. You can see here, there's only 4 qualifications, which is not enough information for the AI to reference. Now compare this with this awesome job description from Databricks, which you can see how detailed it is and professionally written. And look at all of the keywords that you are going to be able to feed to your AI and reference, because it has so many qualifications and skills that they're outlining. So in general, the bigger or more prestigious companies usually have more thorough and detailed job descriptions, so I would always start there. Oh, and pro tip, whenever you reference the job description, make sure you copy and paste all of the text inside. Don't put the URL because it usually doesn't work. Okay, so first, let's imagine you're creating a resume from scratch. This could be for someone who's graduating college and applying for their very first job, or maybe you signed up for a free resume review on my website and I told you that you needed to do an entire resume revamp. I'm going to include all of the AI prompts in the description to this video so you can just copy and paste it there. But you're going to write, you are a professional resume writer and recruiter. Use the job description following this sentence to create an ATS-optimized resume template with prompts that I can fill in and keep it to 1 page. You should include a summary, skills, work experience, and then education section. Then go ahead and paste the text from your job description and press enter. And then you just follow the prompts that are on this template here in order to fill in all of the sections, or you could even use exactly what the AI generated for you because it's based on the job description and includes optimized keywords. And you can even see here, it only pointed out the appropriate skills that are important for the ATS, and there's no soft skills here. Next, let's talk about the second way to use AI, and that's if you already have an existing resume and you just want to update it using a job description and get it optimized for the ATS. So make sure you download a copy of your resume as a Google Doc or a Word doc, but if you're going to use Google Gemini, you actually can just copy the URL from this Google Doc and then use that right into the prompt. Once you've uploaded a copy of your resume, you're going to tell the AI, you are a professional resume writer and recruiter. I have uploaded a copy of my current resume. Update and tailor my work experience section to best match this job description so a recruiter will want to interview me. Please use results-driven accomplishments and bold all changes so I can review them. That part is very important. That way you can actually see what they've changed. Then paste your job description and say enter. Boom, there you have it. You've updated your work experience section and the AI used your existing bullets, which means it already used the same projects and metrics and numbers that you had already included. So none of these numbers should be fictional or made up. And because you asked it to bold all of the changes, you can easily review what changed and what you don't like, and then you can remove the ones that you don't agree with. Next, ask the AI, based on that job description, what are the important skills or experiences that I am currently missing? Now, this information is really helpful because obviously you can use it to update your resume and add more keywords, but it's also going to tell you what your current skill gaps are when you're applying for this role. So if you are selected for an interview, just know that they're going to ask you about these skills that are not on your resume because it may be a requirement for them. So you're going to need to come up with stories to address these skill gaps or how you have transferable or related experiences that can still check that box for them. And now you're done. Okay, I'm kidding. The one problem with AI is it writes all of the bullets just like AI or like a computer. And recruiters are being trained now to identify if a resume has been written using ChatGPT or Google Gemini. And so what you're going to want to do is after you've copied and pasted or updated your bullets, make sure you reread them and try to reword it so it sounds more like a human wrote it and not like a computer. Try to use more natural language. For example, instead of saying achieved top ranked recruiter status, like no human ever talks like that. So instead, I would say, was the top ranked recruiter out of 24 globally. Just how this first sentence is currently worded would automatically tell me as a recruiter that your resume is AI generated. Next, let me show you some bonus prompts and pro tips about how you can use AI tools in order to better optimize your resume and even prepare you for some upcoming interviews. If you have 12 years of work experience, ask it, how long should your resume be? Next, one of the most important parts of optimizing your resume for either the recruiter or the ATS is to use the right job title because that's the most important thing that we're going to be looking at whenever you apply for a job. But if you don't know what they are, just ask ChatGPT. Pro tip, try to use as many of these common industry job titles on your LinkedIn profile because that's going to increase your SEO. And this is how more recruiters can find you when they're searching for candidates. Now, if you're doing a career switch, you can even ask AI what you should do about some of your less relevant experience. And the great thing is it even calls out the appropriate transferable skills that you could highlight, like project management or data analysis. Now, what if you took a career break and you're now trying to get back into the workforce? Maybe you had a medical condition that you needed to take care of, or maybe you wanted to help raise your family, or maybe you just wanted to take a break and now you're ready to start working again. What should you do about that? Well, you can ask ChatGPT or Google Gemini. And it correctly points out that you need to show that you have continued to improve your skills even when you weren't working. Now, what if you're applying for a managerial role, but you don't have any direct management experience? Let's ask AI. And again, it correctly points out that you can use action verbs in order to better optimize the keywords to show that you have informal management experience. Next, because your skills section is one of the most important parts when it comes to optimizing it for the ATS system, you can even ask ChatGPT, what are the most important skills that you need to include, and tell it to omit any soft skills like cross-functional collaboration. Now that you've saved yourself hours of time optimizing your resume for the ATS system, you now need to think about what you're going to do in order to ace all these interviews that you're about to get. So you're going to want to watch my video that I have right here if you want to know how to stand out from other candidates. Remember, AI is a great tool for things that do not involve human interaction. So you cannot use AI during your interview, which means you're still going to need to practice. And if you want me to make more videos related to using AI at work or using AI to prepare for your interviews, can you drop a like or put a comment down below so I can get some feedback on what videos I should do next. Thank you all for watching, and don't be afraid to shake things up with your new resume that you didn't even have to write.